A good afternoon to you all from the Unitarian Church of Baton Rouge. I am Reverend Chris Long, one of your ministers here at the church. This is this week's offering for an update from the ministers. Reverend Nathan, as you know, today is our meeting day here at the church, but I'm still learning where to look. I think the camera is over there, but we'll work it out, and please forgive me. I used to work for CNN. No, that's not true. In terms of this week's sermon offering, I'm looking towards thinking about with you all as a group. The title so far is the Bridge Through Troubled Waters, the Eighth Principle and Me. As you all know, we as a denomination have been looking at a grassroots effort to get congregations to continue to look at our justice-making efforts in the world about anti-racism, anti-oppression, and figuring out where we all are, an invitation to explore what the eighth principle means to me, even if I didn't vote for it or if I have problems with the language. What does it mean in terms of our justice offerings here within the church? And as we do this, let's use the word soul, as we do the soul work of building community, of getting to know each other just a little bit better, right? This is not about shaming or blaming. All of us are figuring out where we are, particularly as we continue to navigate what it means to be together as a church, either virtually or many folks are coming back. In my 2 months of being here, as of last Sunday, I could not feel more welcomed here at this congregation. And in the community, I am making my way and doing my own personal study, if you will, of what is here in Baton Rouge. How is justice, what does it look like to be serving in communities that are not my own, or to look like what racial justice is? I still have a lot to learn. I have been humbled by meeting many of you in your homes, attending some theater. I'm happy to say when you see this video, I might have attended my first live in-person LSU women's volleyball game because I'm a huge volleyball fan. Finding my space in the city and being with you all and sharing, as I know, all of us are in this work together. I don't believe there are any experts in social and racial justice. There might be themed experts, but we are all the experts of our own personal narratives. Some of us come from families where racism was a part of what we were born into, where we look at ableism or we struggle with trans language, right? And we need to be in this struggle together. And I believe this church has a long history of engaging this work. What might it mean as we engage this next chapter of the church's work together? I am humbled to be here with you all as always. Again, this Sunday service, the Bridge Through Troubled Waters, Eighth Principle and Me. So I thank you so much for your welcome. I look forward to meeting even more of you, planning to have tea in the office. The tea machine is right over there. I don't know how this is translating. My office is coming together, but it will come together even more when you come in and just say hello. And send emails, and we can talk, we can walk. It's getting, well, it was to be cooler, but I'm starting to ramble. As you all know, Reverend Nathan has been asking members of the congregations who have been, some members, not all of them, a number of them, what has it been like to be raised UU? And last week, we had Abel Thompson share of his experience. So if you haven't had a chance to look at all of the videos of the personal sharing, this week, it is with great pleasure that I introduce Reverend Nathan has spoken with Isabel Rountree, who will be offering this week's What Is It Like to Be Raised a UU? Until we see each other again, be gentle with yourselves. Take time to nourish your spirit, even through the hard times, or especially through the hard times. We get to take a break, drink water, especially when it's 90+ degrees all day, every day this week. Look forward to seeing you soon, and take good care. Sincerely, Reverend Chris Long.
Hi, I'm Isabel Rountree, and I was born in the New Orleans Unitarian Church and moved to the Baton Rouge Unitarian Church when I was 2. Uh, I grew up going to Sunday school with my parents and going to St. Luke's Episcopal School during the week for elementary school and middle school. I got to experience two worlds of religion. I got UU service on Sundays, and I had Episcopalian service on Wednesdays. I definitely was the odd one out at my school. Most of the other kids also went to an Episcopalian church or another Christian denomination church on Sundays. I did not. As y'all know, I went here. I was brought up believing in Unitarian Universalism and definitely believed that there was way more than just what was being taught in the Bible. And Unitarian Universalist Sunday School allowed me to begin to understand that there are many ways to believe in a higher power and to be a good person and to be in community and in spirit with other people. Without that sort of validation that I was able to believe what I needed to and that was okay, I don't think I would be the person I am today. I completely believe that without Unitarian Universalism, I would have been very lost in the world. I definitely know that I am not able to just blindly believe in dogma and Christian teachings. I am a questioner and a wonderer, and I need to know why, and I like to ask why. And I like to figure out what's behind the curtain. And UU Sunday school and church taught me that that's okay to ask questions, because that means that you're learning and that means that you're growing. So I enjoyed it when in Sunday school we got to delve into age-appropriate spiritual questions and topics like, what do you think God looks like as an elementary school kid? And we'd all draw a picture of something we thought God looked like. Or being able to make little chalices or make clay chalice necklaces. That was definitely important to me, because all around me at school I saw people wearing little crosses, and I was confused, and I wanted something similar to that I could wear or have as a symbol of my religion. Early on, my parents got me a UU chalice necklace, and I've had a few since then, and I would wear that a lot. I definitely got questions about what is Unitarian Universalism from other kids. Well, what do you believe in was really more how it went. And sometimes in my life I said, oh, I don't believe in anything. But even when I was saying that, I was still coming to Unitarian Universalist Church here in Baton Rouge and still learning about being a good person and doing good things and doing the right thing for the world and treating other people nicely. So for me, I had many stages of growing up UU, but all of them ultimately have led me to the point that I'm at now, where I have a comfortable grasp on what I believe is my higher power and what I need it to be at the moment. It'll always grow and develop as I grow and develop, as it should. It will grow with me. And Unitarian Universalism from a young age taught me that that's exactly what you need. Because nothing is stationary in time. Time is ever flowing and ever changing, and so are we. And that is a beautiful concept. Rarely do you get that sort of concept in a church setting. One of my favorite things that we would say in service that sadly we don't say the full version of anymore was the chalice lighting prayer that was said all through my childhood and middle high school up until about 5 years ago or so. And I'm going to say it for y'all. It's extremely special and important to me. And it goes, out of love for the human community, we light this flame. This light is a symbol of the triumph of truth over superstition and fear. It is for learning and understanding. We light it with hope to make this a better world. That prayer is so powerful to me. I will say that when I am sad, scared, happy, unsure of where to go next, what to do next, or just in a very strong spiritual moment in my life. It has gotten me through a lot of difficult situations. Where other people might say the Lord's Prayer, I say our chalice lighting prayer. What's especially significant to me is the reference of light being a symbol of the triumph of truth over superstition and fear. Because for me, there was always this thought that Unitarian Universalism had taken one step farther from just being Christian and had taken a more universalist view to understand the world in a wider perspective, in a worldview, not just a one community, one God sort of view. The idea that there are many paths to the same ending and many paths to many endings is part of that prayer to me. And it anchors me. And I grew up saying it in church, and growing into that prayer allowed me to understand it on many different levels as I aged. And I think that was extremely important to my growth as a Unitarian Universalist, was to hear that prayer said aloud by all of us in long form, and to hear it resonate back around me. There is something very powerful when we all speak together. And I really find that having an enclave of other liberal, forward-thinking, open-minded people at the Unitarian Church in the middle of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, is very special. And I don't believe I would have found who I really am without it. I grew up with so many different beliefs I would try on, and in Sunday school we even got to go visit different churches and denominations and synagogues and temples and experience what other religions were like. No one ever stopped me from believing anything else, and I got full exposure to a ton of different religions. But for me, what resonated most deeply and most personally was Unitarian Universalism. It was a way of thinking and believing in a higher power and understanding the world around me that I could get behind and I could hold as my own. I am extremely lucky that I have been able to stay a part of this church and watch it grow as I've grown. Now I am a 27-year-old and still coming to church and starting to get more involved. I definitely enjoy being able to be back in service with everyone. And I hope to see you around. Bye.